Okay, 12-8, page, what did somebody say, page 518? 518, no, we're just going over it now. All right, so page 518. So, really, this is all review, but it's review in word problems. And so the first example here is a good one. It says the city pool is in the shape of a rectangle, and they're asking what's the perimeter of the pool. The problem is that they give you the perimeter of the pool in yards and feet. So you'd have to convert one or the other. I mean, you can convert 25 yards to feet, which would be, I heard somebody say it, 75 feet, or you convert 60 feet, you can convert that to yards, which is what?
35.
What is it? 35? No, not 35. There's 3 feet in 1 yard, so 3 goes into 60. How many times?
30.
Yeah, it goes in 20 times, so it'd be, that would be 20 yards. So then you would have a match here with 25 yards and 20 yards, and then you'd have a match with 75 feet and 60 feet. And then, the perimeters, you're just adding up the sides. That's all you're doing. So they talk about that in the steps here, and you guys can look those over if that would be a help to you. I do want you to answer the convince me, because the convince me says, if the width of the pool is increased by 3 feet, what would the new perimeter be? So, let me look. Well, they don't say which one they consider the width. So, let's say this is the width. And this would be the height, just so you know. So the question is, they increase the width by 3 feet. So I do want you to answer the convince me, all right? So let's drop down there. They've got some more that I want you to do. The number 1, definitely, it says in the example on the previous page, how could you find the perimeter by converting all the measurements to yards? Well, actually, I kind of already talked about that, so yeah, I'm not worried about number 1. Number 2, I already crossed out. I looked at it earlier. Number 3, it says Stacia, I guess, needs enough ribbon to wrap around the length and height of a box. What is it, Stacia? Thank you. If the length is 2 feet and the height is 4 inches, how much ribbon will she need? You guys could do that one. It seems pretty easy. Number 4, if ribbon is sold in a whole number. Am I interrupting you two? Are you sure? Okay. Because you, young lady, should be paying attention. If ribbon is sold in a whole number of yards and it costs $1.50 per yard, how much ribbon, how much will it cost? How do you say her name? Stacia, to buy the ribbon. So let me ask you a question here. If it's $1.50 per yard and $1.50 per yard, and let's say it's and let's say she needs 18 feet. How many yards is that?
6.
Yeah, because 3 feet goes into 1 yard. But what if she needs what if she needs 17 feet? How many yards would she need? Mr. Eberhard. Well, they only sell it per yard. In other words, they're not going to cut it up into feet. So, what's that?
6
It's going to be 6 again. Because one of the yards won't be completely used up. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that last one, she's only going to use about that much of the yard. So think about number 4. You guys should be able to do it. All right? All right, let's drop down to number 5. Number 5, Becca wants to edge her hexagonal garden with brick. All sides are equal. So they give you the side right here of one of them. This side here is 12 feet. So if that one's 12 feet, they're all 12 feet. Hexagon has 6 sides. The brick costs $6 per yard. What's the perimeter of the garden? That's question number 1. What's the perimeter of the garden? Question number 2, how much will it cost to buy the edging she needs? And they give you that information right here. The brick costs $6 per yard. So there's some information in there that you need to answer that. So I do want you to answer number 5. Number 6, Isaac buys milk to make milkshakes for his friends. He buys a quart of milk and a half a gallon of milk. How many cups of milk does he buy? I want you to answer number 6. You're going to have to go back 3 or 4 sections where they talk about volume, Mr. Kamisa, and how many cups go in a quart or how many cups go in a gallon. You'll have to go back several pages and figure that out. Number 7, Maggie buys 1.5 pounds of walnuts and 8 ounces of pecans and 3/4 pounds of almonds. How much do the nuts weigh in all? Well, again, you're going to have to go back a few when they have conversions from ounces to pounds and figure that out. Problem solving. Number 8, Matt's family is thinking about buying a family pass to the city pool. The pass is $80 for a family of 4. That's important information. Individual passes are $25 each. So 2 people, it would be $50. And it says, how much money can Matt's family save by purchasing a family pass instead of 4 individual passes? You guys can do that one. Number 9, Marcia walked 900 meters on Friday. On Saturday, she walked 4 kilometers. On Sunday, she walked 3 kilometers and 600 meters. How many kilometers did she walk over all 3 days? That's the question you have to answer. So you have to figure out, first thing, again, you're going to have to flip back a couple sections. How many meters are in 1 kilometer? Anybody remember? Yeah.
1,000.
1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. All right. Number 10, Raul wants to put wood shavings in his rabbit cage. The floor of the cage measures 1 yard by 5 feet, and 1 bag of shavings costs or covers 10 square feet. How many bags will he have to buy to cover the floor? All right. 1 bag covers 10 square feet. So I'm thinking it says the floor of the cage measures 1 yard by 5 feet. So here's the cage, 5 feet. And then the sides would be 1 yard, which is what? 3 feet. And so you need to figure out the area. All right. Number 11. Cheryl's fish tank is 2 yards long by 24 inches wide by 3 feet high. What is the volume of Cheryl's tank in cubic inches? Definitely do number 11. Now, you need to convert the yards to inches. 24 inches is already converted for you, and then the 3 feet to inches. And then you need to figure out the volume, and they tell you right there, remember, length times width times height. So you got some multiplication to do there. And then don't forget your answer will be the volume equals something inches what?
Cubic.
cubed. Okay? And number 12, let's take a look. 12 and 13. 12, some statistics about typical adult royal antelope are shown in the data table. So it looks like we're talking about antelopes. It says, what is the typical royal antelope's tail length in millimeters? And centimeters, they're talking about in B, and then grams. So you're going to be converting these, and again, you're going to have to go back 2 or 3 sections to figure that out. And then 13, the last one, you guys can do multiple choice. Okay, that's it. And stop